Hi, I'm Kim Shea from Shea Companions. A reader wrote to me to ask me for some advice, and she talked about her caregiving situation. I was struck by the fact that she was financially devastated as a result of taking care of both of her parents. She left her paying job. She cashed out all of her savings. She cashed out her 401k. She had nothing left. She was wiped out, and she still, at the time she wrote, had one more parent to take care of because the other one had recently passed away. Her story is tragic, but she's not the only one. There are lots of caregivers in her scenario, people who are so generous and so kind in taking care of somebody that they lose everything for themselves. They lose their own futures because they're taking care of somebody else. Now this affects you, it affects me. It affects me because a lot of these caregivers, if they are like the person who wrote to me and they're completely wiped out, or they are paid caregivers but they simply haven't made enough, will need to rely on public assistance at some point in order to get by and take care of themselves. That affects our tax dollars. Also, we have a problem with a lot of caregivers who cannot find the time to take care of themselves or possibly not even be able to afford to take care of themselves until they become so ill that they have no choice but to seek out medical care. At that point, the care they need may be so extensive that that's going to affect your and my health insurance rates. It can't help but do that. Now in this country, there are at least 40 million caregivers. About 2 to 3 million of these caregivers are paid, but about 40 million of them are not paid. Now those who are paid usually make about $10 an hour. They work hard, and a lot of them work 2 jobs in order to make ends meet. But those 40 million caregivers who aren't paid, who are these people? Well, there's a growing trend of young people, teenagers, who are taking care of an ill or aging loved one. They're putting off their futures, they're putting off their college. Everything is on hold so they can take care of somebody else. There's a lot of people in my age bracket, 40s, 50s, 60s. They're taking care of their own families. At the same time, they're taking care of aging parents. They're often referred to as the sandwich generation. Those people are really stressed out, but they're doing their best to try and keep all the balls in the air and keep everybody safe and happy and make sure their needs are met. Those people are under a lot of stress. Those people can have a lot of health issues. They may have somebody else to support them. They may have a spouse to support them. They may have a job that they're able to hold down part-time, but they're under a lot of stress. These people are potential health risks. Then there are older people, 70s, 80s, 90s, still taking care of a spouse or a companion or maybe even one of their own children who needs health care. So what are we going to do about this? That's the big issue. What are we going to do about this? Rosalind Carter, former First Lady Rosalind Carter, once said, there are 4 types of people in this world. There are those who have been caregivers, those who are caregivers today, those who will be caregivers someday, and those who will need care. Caregiving will affect you one way or the other. And what are our policymakers doing about it? Every day in this country, there are 10,000 people turning 65. Our aging population is growing at a rate like we've never seen before. We do not have a place to take care of all these people. We don't have nursing homes for all these people. We don't have retirement communities to house all of them. And we certainly don't have the paid staff to provide for all of these people. It's going to be people like you and me who are taking care of everybody. Our fellow citizens are going to be taking care of all these people. And is it fair? Is it just? Is it reasonable to expect that people we know, you, me, are going to risk possible financial devastation in order to care for somebody? We can't take advantage of these people. The policymakers need to be discussing these issues and coming up with a plan yesterday. They need to come up with a plan for how we're going to take care of our caregivers. We rely on these caregivers very heavily, and we want to take care of them because they're filling a role. 40 million of them and climbing are filling a role that paid staff cannot do. So we need to take care of those people. Thank you for watching. My name is Kim Shea. Keep your eye on these issues, and I will also continue to address them when there's a policymaker who's coming forward, and there are a few. And I will let you know about these people so you can support them. If you have any comments, please comment down below. Otherwise, you can reach me at SheaCompanions.com. You can ask me a question there, or you can just make a comment there as well. Thank you.